What's up, everybody? All right, this is just a little extra video to help with a specific kind of problem, and we're going to run into a couple of these. So I think it's good that there's a video to help you understand how to deal with it. Say you have a data set. Let's say there's the number of times my cat jumped up on my table every day this week. She jumped up 3 times the first day, 0 times the second day. Good job, Gizmo. 4 times the next day. Come on, Gizmo. 1 time the next day. 0 times. Good job, Gizmo. 0 times and X times. I don't know how many times last day, but I know that the mean is 2, and I'm supposed to find X. Okay, so usually we're finding the mean, right? So we're given a data set, just find the mean. So you find the sum of the data, you divide by how many there are, boom, you have the mean. But in this case, we can't find the sum of the data because we don't know what X is, or at least we can't evaluate it. So how would we write this? Well, let's try. 3 plus 0, this is finding the sum of the data, plus 4 plus 1 plus 0. I know that you would never write the zeros, but that's okay. I'm just writing them in just to be really thorough. Plus 0 plus X. And then after you find the sum of the data, you would divide it by how many data there are. And since there are 7 days in a week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you divide by 7. Some students tell me, or ask me, do we need to count the zeros when the number we divide by? Yes, 0 is a data value. It means that Gizmo didn't jump up on the table. So we've got to count that as a data value when we divide in our divisor. Okay, and instead of going, that's equal to the mean, we know what the value of the mean is. It's 2. So we have this situation. Now, there's a lot we can do here. There are a lot of different things. I'll try to go as linearly as possible. First, let's just evaluate, or I should say, simplify the algebraic expression, which is in the numerator here, right? So let's add 3 plus 0 is 3, plus 4 is 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 0 plus x. So that's 8 plus x over 7 equals 2. And I should have lined up my equal signs, and I'm not. And I don't know, my 2's always come out like z's. That was a little better. Okay, so now we have this. Here's what you can't do. In the past, there was this thing where we would multiply by the reciprocal on both sides using the multiplication property of equality. You can't do that because 8 is not a coefficient. It's being added. And we've never dealt with this situation before. We have 2 terms in the numerator. But here's what you can do. You can multiply both sides of this equation by 7. I can multiply both sides of this equation by 7. And I know we've talked about how to show this. And when you multiply by 7 over here, since this is a fraction, you're multiplying by 7 over 1. Since this is not a fraction, you could just multiply by 7. I know this looks weird, parentheses and then a number. If you think it looks weird, you can put parentheses here. So there's definitely multiplication there. 7's cross cancel. And now I'm left with the 8 plus x over 1, but I don't need this. This 1 is going to multiply this quantity 8 plus x. That's not going to change it, so it's just 8 plus x. And 1 times 1 is 1. I could put over 1, but I don't need to. And because I multiplied by 7 on both sides using the multiplication property of equality, I can put an equal sign here. 2 times 7 is 14. Now, this isn't so bad. Now, how do I get rid of 8? Because I want to know what x is, right? That's what the problems actually asked me to do, is to find x. I can't subtract 8 because of this plus. Remember, signs are attached to the number or variable to the right. So there is a sign that's attached to 8, and it's not here. Guess what it is? Positive, right? There's actually a positive 14 here as well. So how do we get rid of positive 8? We subtract 8. From which side? Both sides. I guess I should have done that in red, but I didn't. Oh well. This positive x, do I need the plus sign here? No. What's 14 minus 8? It's 7. Wait, it's 6. See, this is why I'm going too fast and I make mistakes. There we go. And I was going to check my this solution anyway. If I substitute 6 in for x here, remember that the sum of everything except for x was 8. So this would be 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is 14 divided by 7 is 2. Anyways, I hope this video is helpful, even though I subtracted wrong. You are all doing an excellent job. If you have any questions, hit me up on Google Classroom.